Hello, I'm AARON Purcell. I'm a racehorse trainer. I'm a racehorse trainer from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia. My family's been involved with racing for my whole life. My father was a trainer. I worked for him as a child. I started working for racehorse trainers and racing farms as a teenager and early adult, and I started training racehorse on my own in my 20s. I started working with my father first, then I worked for a few farms here in New Zealand. I worked at Fleming for a while, and after leaving there I went to England, worked in Newmarket. I worked for a few regional trainers as well. I worked in France for a few months and come back and worked in Australia after that for a little while. Horse racing is it's my job, it's my passion. It's mainly I love the horses. Outside that, I love the competition of racing. I love winning races and preparing horses to perform at their best. I have about 50 horses under my name, probably about 30 odd are in work at any one time. They obviously range from young horses to older horses that are in full work. I have probably about 8 or 10 staff working for me. Probably about 6 or 7 full-time staff and probably 3 or 4 part-time staff. A couple of jockeys that ride work and probably the rest work on the ground. Best horse I ever trained was a horse called Merchant Navy. Won the Coolmore in Australia, and then was taken to Ireland and raced for Aidan O'Brien and won a Group 1 in England. He was the best horse I trained. Multiple Group 1 winner and good chance of being a successful stallion. Makybe Diva was probably my favourite horse. Winning a Melbourne Cup was a big deal, and she won 3. So she was my all-time favourite horse. Well, the Melbourne Cup, it's probably the hardest race in Australia to win. I've been trying since I started training to win the Melbourne Cup, and I'll keep trying until I finish training. The best part of Australian racing is the social side of it, the people you meet, the day at the races, the fun you can have on race day. It's the most enjoyable part of it. Obviously, owning a good horse is very important, but celebrating a good horse is just as important. I think Japanese racing has been done really well. The JRA do a great job. The horse racing there is really strong. The horses are very good on the world stage, and it's a big market, and it's a place that everyone respects. Yeah, Gina Ladd was a jumper I trained about 10 years ago. He was invited to run in the Nakayama Grand Jump. I took him over there myself and spent about 6 weeks in Japan. We ran the Pegasus and then I think we ran 5th in the Grand Jump. I was there for 6 weeks with the hospitality of the JRA. I saw a lot of Japanese racing, met a lot of Japanese racing people, and it was a good experience, and it opened my eyes to the whole Japanese racing scene. I just hope they get involved. Hope they can get to the races and spend some time in the Australian racing scene. It can be really fun, and I hope to see everyone there.